Hello, everybody. Hello
Hello.
to our community of dentists in Bulgaria. We're going on Facebook Live with a surprise guest. And as you probably recognize the face, this is the world-renowned dentist and I would say innovator in the field of dentistry that, the innovator of DSD, the digital smile design methodology, that from what I see, it's like a methodology that really helps elevate dentistry in itself and also the patient experience to a whole new level and elevate dentistry to 21st century level.
In supporting really dentistry to put the human being, the patient, in the center, which we love so much.
So welcome, Dr. Coachman. Christian Coachman is here with us today.
Great. Today I understood also that he's from a family which all parents and grandparents, grand-grandparents since 1848 dentists, which is amazing. And even their family, what I understood, is in the Guinness Record book. Really, your roots are in dentistry, but you step on the roots and showing somehow the future. But today we will talk really about not dentistry, but about health and the challenge that Dr. Coachman was inspired to take and now to share with us in Bulgaria, with all the dentists in Bulgaria.
And we always say that we look at the dentist and the dental owner, the human being as an asset. This is the biggest asset in your practice. And so comes the question, well, if this is the biggest asset, what do I do on a daily basis for it? And I was just so inspired by the challenge that you started like 7 days ago, I think, or 8 days ago on Instagram with Dr. Maurice Salama. And you agreed to do 100 days with 100 push-ups and 100 squats. I believe, I don't know whether it stayed only with push-ups, but I'll just ask you to share more about the challenge, what led you to the challenge, and
why this challenge? Why you decided this challenge, and what motivates you actually?
Aren't you challenged enough in your work daily?
First of all, thank you for the invitation. Pleasure to be speaking with colleagues from Bulgaria and sharing some thoughts about how do we create this balance between work and health, work and personal life. First of all, I want to say that I was never an expert on discipline. I was never an expert on routine. I was actually the opposite. I was very bad with routine and discipline. I always loved sports, so I was doing sports, but when I started to lecture and lecturing became my main job 15 years ago, my lifestyle was not very nice at all. And of course, you pay a price. And everything happened, for me when I turned 49. So beginning of last year, when I turned 49, I felt the pressure, right, of getting close to 50.
Half a century.
Half a century. And that's exactly the words that came to my mind, half a century. And I remember as a youngster studying history, and half a century was a lot, when you were studying history and it happened in a half a century. So it was a big moment for me, and it made me think about my 40s, and it made me think about the time in my back, everything that passed. And it made me remember something that I told myself when I turned 40, 10 years ago. I don't know exactly why, but I told some friends that I was going to get to 50 in better shape than when I was 40. My friends were making fun, as they always do. Oh, you're turning 40, you're getting old, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, I'm going to get to 50 in better shape than I am today at 40. And of course, life took over and I forgot completely this. Not that I destroyed my health. I was always kind of in shape. But when I turned 49, it came back to my mind, that promise, and said, oh my God, I promised this to myself and I really didn't. I'm not in better shape than when I was 40, but I still have 1 year to go. So maybe I can change that. So I said, I'm going to get in shape in this last year. And I'm going to do something with it. And that's when accountability came in. I know that many times in life, to get things done, we need to play tricks with our mind. We need to find ways to beat the comfort zone, right? And it's easy to say, not easy to do. So I decided to make it public. You know, I said, look, I know that, and each person needs to find their own tricks. It's not that you need to do exactly what I did. You need to find a way to trick your mind into doing what you know you need to do. I knew that because of my personality, I really worry about what others would think about me. You know, that's my personality. And I know that when I say something in public, I'm stuck with it because I don't want to let people down. So the day I turned 49, I did a post and I said, look, I'm going to start a challenge with myself. It's going to call Project 50. In 365 days, I'm going to turn 50. And I have 365 days to get in better shape than when I was 49 years ago. And to do that, I'm going to commit to exercising 365 days in a row. I'm not going to skip one day. I have to do something every single day, no rest. And the way I'm going to commit to it is that I'm going to post every day me doing the exercise of the day. Wow. And I started, and I remember that on the second day, my friends were calling me, are you crazy? You know, you're not going to do this. After a few days, other friends call me and say, look, we are already betting with each other. We are putting money. Some people are saying you're not going to do it. We are trying to guess when you're going to quit. I think you're going to quit in 1 week. He thinks you're going to quit in 30 days. Some crazy guy said that maybe 2 months, but you're not going to get there. So then I created my mantra. My mantra was, I may quit one day, but not today. And I created the hashtag, and I say, this is going to be my hashtag. Every day when I feel like tired, lazy, and I don't want to do it, I'm going to tell to myself, I may quit one day, but not today.
Wow.
Day after day, I made it happen. The trick worked. Accountability worked. And for the first year of my life, I became disciplined. Now, the beauty is that I was not doing that only for this 1 year. My bigger goal, my hope was that by doing it for 1 year, it would become my new normal. It would become natural. And the magic happened. They say that usually after 90 days doing something every day, I don't know why 90 days, it becomes a routine.
You rewire the system.
Yeah. So you create this mental system that makes you love that thing. And then instead of being a burden, it becomes a pleasure. Today, I can tell you, I finished the Project 50 in February, and I continue to work out almost every day. It's not a challenge anymore. It's a pleasure. For the last 6 months, I probably didn't work out for 5 or 6 days, maybe. I don't know.
And the whole period.
And I felt very bad. I didn't, you know, I wake up smiling to myself because I know I'm going to do something that I love. So this was the power of the challenge for me. And that's why we started this another challenge.
How did you see it impacting your work? Because you said that you were already doing something, but apparently not enough to your standards. So how did it impact your work as a dentist? You are busy lecturing, leading courses?
night and day, night and day. It's unbelievable. It's not only the fact that you do, because if you're completely out of shape, you know you're completely out of shape. Now, if you do some sports, you think you are in shape, but you're not really in shape. You're not doing the right thing. You're not strengthening your body on the minimum level. You know, you need to put more effort than just playing tennis once a week or going for a run on a Saturday. That is not routine. It needs to become a routine. And once exercising becomes a routine, your body strength goes to a completely different level. You become a different person. You sleep better. That is the main thing. The number one result, you sleep better, and that makes you healthier. You feel stronger. You work better. Your mind works better. You feel proud of yourself. That's probably one of the best things. You feel so proud of yourself that you become more confident.
Confidence comes. Yeah.
Confidence comes. You know that if you did that challenge, you can do anything else.
So even trust in yourself even more.
100%. 100%. I was always a naturally confident person, but the level of confidence, it's not arrogance, it's just confidence. You know you're ready. And you know that if another challenge comes, if you commit, you can overcome that challenge. And you become better on almost everything in your life.
And you mean that you become confident that even the challenge can be in the clinical work or in the professional sphere or in life. You spread that confidence in all these areas. Is this what you mean?
In stressful moments, in tough moments, you become more crisp, more precise, more confident. On tough days, when things are going wrong, when you are not inspired, on bad days, you're better. You overcome the bad day better because you become mentally stronger, because you proved to yourself that you can do something. The biggest problem, one very, very big problem for us, that I see in humans in general, is that we tell ourselves so many times that we're going to do something and we don't, that we are sabotaging ourselves. And of course, that unconsciously, that plays a very big role. And then when a challenge comes, even if it's a surgery or a tough patient, a challenge comes and we don't feel the same confidence because we sabotaged ourselves so many times in life that our brain is saying, you have a challenge. Why do you think you're going to overcome this one? If you didn't overcome the other ones, if you didn't commit, you were not accountable. Now you think that a magic will happen? Now, on the other side, if you put a challenge to yourself and you commit to the challenge and you deliver, you create the opposite effect. You get stronger. You start saying things for you more positive. You perform on them. You deliver. You get even stronger mentally. And that creates a positive cycle.
Yes.
So the confidence is not just in the mind, but it's in the muscle. Yeah. And then the body is also partnering with you.
So the confidence on your physical strength is the obvious one. But the beauty comes from the confidence that comes from your mental strength. Because you did something.
You say it and you do it.
Yes. Yes. That's very powerful mentally.
And yesterday, just today, actually, I ran into a quote by Carl Jung that says, "You are what you do, not what you say you will do."
Yes.
And this is where the accountability.
That's exactly it. That's it. And
comes in. Yeah.
And we know, we all do that, right? We say so many things. Be very serious with yourself. When you promise something to yourself, this is one of the most serious things you can do in life. It's better not to promise. It's better not to tell yourself you're going to do something. When you say that, do it. And it's like magical. You start to change your behavior, mental strength, physical strength, you become a different person.
So your new initiative now is the 100-day 100 push-ups, yeah?
So I would
tell us more.
And maybe we just invite all Bulgarian dentists who want to challenge themselves, get out of the comfort zone, challenge their mindset to get in.
First suggestion is that I did my Project 50 1 year to reset my mind and my body. You can do project whatever number, whatever project 40, project 45, project 60, project 65. And the key is to promise yourself that you're going to do something very simple every day. Don't set crazy challenges because you're not going to make it happen and you're going to become frustrated. It's going to get the opposite effect.
So you self-sabotage, better lower the barrier, the expectation.
Create a challenge that is very, very easy to perform, very easy to commit to it. It's better because then you start growing one after the other. So the biggest problem is that usually we set dreams and we set goals that are a little bit too complex, and then we end up not doing. We get frustrated. Say, I'm never gonna do this. This is not for me. I'm not good enough. It doesn't work. Blah blah blah. So that's the key. Create a challenge that you know you can do it. So after I finished Project 50 for 6 months, I had no challenge. You know, last year I ran a marathon, so that was a challenge. But I decided not to register into any competition. So I didn't have anything. So for 6 months, I was just exercising because I knew I had to, and because I enjoyed it. But I was lacking a challenge. And that's when my friend, Dr. Maurice Salama, that followed me on the Project 50, and he was doing his Project 60 simultaneously. And he came to me with the suggestion, say, look, I saw this challenge, 100 push-ups, 30 days. Let's do this. I said, yes, I needed this. I needed a challenge. Let's do this. So we started doing, and that's when we did the live on Instagram and we talked about it. And then somebody on the chat said, look, usually you need 90 days to make something become a routine. And then I said, so let's do the following. Let's make 100 push-ups per day for 100 days. So 100, 100. Easy to memorize, nice to promote. People can join. And I'm on the day 14 today, this morning, 14. I make a quick video every day. I post, and there's a lot of people joining. People are posting the videos, sharing the videos. And it's just cool that, you know, you create this movement, you inspire people, people inspire you, and you just get out of your comfort zone and you do something with your body, because we need our body. We need this so much. And we many times we harm our body so bad, you know, we don't take care of it.
This is exactly what I wanted to ask you, because I work with some dentists and they say, I'm so tired from the whole day that I don't have any strength to do whatever. I just go and lie down. What could you say to them?
This is an excuse.
Yeah.
This is an excuse. If somebody would come with the gun and say, if you don't do 100 push-ups now, I'm going to kill you. It doesn't matter how tired you are. You're going to do 100 push-ups.
You have lots of energy.
There's always something left. There's always something left. It all depends on willingness, on just telling yourself, I'm going to do that. So it's an excuse. If I say I don't have time, it's an excuse, right? I don't have the strength, it's an excuse. You can do adapted push-ups. You can do half push-ups. You can divide into 10 series of 10 push-ups.
Or 5, I started.
Yeah, I saw a lady doing against the table. She was doing against the table in 45 degrees.
So a person can start not with 100, but they can start with 10 or with 15, with how much it's up to them, and then grow.
I would do 100. I would do always 100, but more easier ones. So you can make it easier. On the table, everybody can do against the table. So you're not laying. You're 45 degrees against the table. And you do here. Or you can do on the floor, touching your knees. So you do half push-ups, touching your knees.
Okay, so what I see, we focus on 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
When we see thoughts like I cannot do it, we remind ourselves that this is excuse of the mind. We call it the inner game of the mind. And then I remember my strength and I say I can do it. And maybe people can envision.
You can divide, huh? You can do 10, rest, 10, rest. You can do 50 in the morning, 50 in the evening. I cannot do 100 straight. I'm doing 50, 35, and 15. So I'm doing 3 series.
Amazing.
I hope to make it to 2 series of 50 or maybe 60 and 40. That's my goal. I don't know if that in 100 days, maybe I can do 100 in one shot. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is doing.
I'm aware of the time because I know that we need to let you go. Otherwise, we can go on for a while. But one last thing, is mindset less or more important in today's dentistry, in such a high intensive, energy intensive profession? Is it becoming less important, more important to get out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, what's your vision for industry as a finish for today?
So dentistry is an amazing profession, super generous profession. You can have a great life as a dentist if you do good work. It's exciting, more exciting than ever with all the new technologies and treatments and comprehensive approach. This is the best moment in history to be a dentist, in my humble opinion. But it's not easy. We know it's one of the most stressful professions on earth. Physically stressful, mentally stressful. So you need to do your homework. You need to take care of yourself to be able to perform for many, many years. And the mindset needs to be the mindset of putting some guardrails in your life, right? You cannot live for dentistry. You cannot serve dentistry. Dentistry needs to serve you. Meaning that you need to tell yourself, when do you want to invest time on your health? When do you want to invest time on your family? And when do you want to invest time in dentistry? You set these barriers and you stick with it, right? People think that they need more money, so they need to work more hours. No, many times when you work smart and you work less hour, you make more money. And even if you make the same money, you're preparing yourself to grow in the near future. So you need to create this discipline on your day. And whatever you define as ideal, you stick to the plan and you don't sabotage yourself. And if you do sabotage yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. Start all over again. There's no problem. There's no problem. People, if I say I'm going to do the push-ups and I skip a day, oh, disaster, I quit. No, start over. Don't quit.
Start again. Go with discipline, but also with care for yourself and just continue. Be consistent. Have the end vision in your mind. And what I hear from you, dentistry is in an amazing a historical moment where you can serve more people. But in order to serve your patients more, you need to serve even more yourself.
From a filled cup.
From a filled cup. And then go and be generous with your patients too.
And not work hard, but work smart and take care of yourself. Thank you, Dr. Coachman, for this call. The call is out there. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can sometimes, in the next 100 days, we can get together.
Connect again.
But we start tomorrow.
But we start tomorrow. He will start
at the end of the challenge. At the end of the challenge, we can connect again and share our experiences.
Sure.
Great. Our kids will also wanted to come with us, so they will join us. They are 8 years old and 11 years old.
Fantastic.
And they're more athletic than me. So
dentists can have even a bigger impact, not only on themselves, but also with their family. So we can end with us.
I like that.
With you. And thank you very much for all this conversation.
All the best.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.